Hey, everybody. Are we live yet? Here we go.
Yeah, we're live.
All right. Hey, everyone. How y'all doing today? Well, unfortunately, we're not going to have our scheduled program that we had planned. And let's send a shout out to my sister, Roilyn McWilliams. I love you. She had other things come up. Life happens. But we're not going to stop. We're going to continue on and have our show today anyway. And today, we're going to talk about empaths and mental health. And I think it's a great subject. Maybe a lot of us may need to hear about this because a lot of us are empaths. And you see, my shirt says empathy. I am the empathy and vulnerability warrior. So why not talk about something that we have not discussed yet? So I have a wonderful video planned for us. And let's start the show with the video. I guess we're getting ready to talk about empaths and mental health, y'all. Video, come on. Come on, video. It's not very long either.
If you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, that is really not easy as some people will make us feel. Living your dream, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. Many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin, don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. And then there goes a second, there goes another second, there goes another second, and we can't stop it all time. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue is going on all the time, all the time. Even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop it right now. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up.
Well, doesn't look like it wants to continue to play. But I think you get the gist of the message.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think you get it. And, you know, that video stood out to me because when you're an empath, you can feel negative and positive from other people around you. And you know, it's just a natural sense. It's a natural thing. So we have to spend time on ourselves, right? We can't keep giving. And as empaths, we tend to do that. We just jump into action. What is an empath? It's someone who can feel the emotions of those around them. We're sensitive to the vibes and energy of other people. My tribal elders have informed me that I'm a Heyoka empath, which it comes from the word sacred clown. I like that because y'all know, and that's how you can lift people up, right? So the spiritualists, they believe that Heyoka empaths are the most powerful type of empaths. It's because of our wisdom and depth that comes with the type that we are. That's why I'm called Frassi. You know, they said I was born again, you know, come from the elders. And yes, being a Heyoka empath is a powerful thing. And yeah, you can take on so much, and it, you know, it's good and bad. So when you get some of the negative vibes from people, and you know when people are sad and stuff, and you want to help them, you want to uplift them, that takes a lot of energy out of us, you know, as empaths. What do you think, Adam?
Well, I just think empaths are the most, well, we're all powerful, and I believe we're all empaths in some way, but it's all about how do we project that energy onto inspiring others into being the best versions of themselves. Because if you're giving off that bad energy, that negativity, then what is the long outcome of this? You're going to be practically alone and isolated.
Yes, that's true. That's so true. That's a great point. And I can find that in myself, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're empath, we're giving, you know, we're giving all the time. It's just a natural instinct. It's just who we are. It's what we do. But it can have a toll on our mental health, right, Adam?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what it is. It's all about how we're projecting energy, because if we're projecting, as I'm saying, if we're projecting positivity out in the world, then it's going to come back twice as much. But if we're projecting negativity, like for example, like I've got an exam next week, but if I'm going to project, which I'm going to say that I don't believe it anyway, that I'm going to struggle with my exam next week, then I'm going to struggle and I could fail it. But I'm not. I'm focused because I've got my head in these books and
That's
I'm
right.
studying like hell. Like I've been doing that for the last month or so. So yeah, it's all about projection.
Being an empath, you said projection, and it sounds like you already are utilizing the tools of, you know, staying focused on the things you need to be focused on, and trying to keep it, you know, in a positive light, you know what I mean? And making sure that you're projecting positivity onto those that we touch and uplift, you know, on a daily basis.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, well, I can't say I'll be lying if I said that I'm not nervous, because I am. I am nervous because I don't know what the outcome is. I don't know what questions are going to be on this exam paper, and I know. And plus, I've picked up on the fact that my anxiety lifts a little bit when I'm under pressure, and it does. But it's all about, it's going back to projection and communicate with self to say, yes, you're under pressure, you're being timed to do this exam, but forget any other distractions behind you. Like you're gonna be in the same room as between 16 and 40-year-olds. Forget them, forget what they're doing. If they want to be idiots and play up in that exam, that's their career, that's their future being thrown out the window. Focus on you, because you are main priority. Get on with it.
What did the video say? Spend time on self.
Exactly.
And you know, the thing is, though, Adam, you know, we have tools and we know how to work around being, you know, empaths. But you know, if there's some empaths, and I'm one of them, that suffers sometimes from anxiety. So when you intersect being an empath and anxiety, you can feel burnout, and it can feel a little overwhelming, you know. So I feel for those individuals, you know, and that's why we're talking about it today, because we want to empower them to take care of themselves, because that's what it all boils down to.
Absolutely, and that's all it comes down to. Like, it is, because you're the only one that controls what's in there. You're the only one. You are the only gatekeeper of your own mindset. If you're letting anyone in, what are you doing? Question it. What are you doing? Just, of course, doubt's going to get in. Of course, negativity is going to get in. But you always catch up to it and you can kick it out.
That's true. But you do have to take that time, though, like you said.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
If you're if you're not sleeping properly, those types of things, you're not eating properly, those things can affect you too, on the downfall of being an empath. I'm gonna give you, last night I was tired. I was wore out. I've been busy, like you said, focusing and doing things and taking care of things and taking care of my family, and I was tired. And so, I got on Facebook and I felt alone.
And I
know I'm not. So taking that time alone to sit down and reflect and meditate and, and bring my vibrations back so that I have the energy I do today, that's key. Self-care is definitely key. And what did I do? I got some rest. I laid down and got me some sleep, turned the TV off and, taking care of myself.
Is that after you called me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you always make time to call me, sister. You always do.
Yes. After I called, I was like, oh, I need to take a break. And I had a situation happen over here. Life was happening. And so I could have let that really drag me down. But by the end of the day, I was done for. I was toast. So I had
I've been there.
We have to take care of ourselves. What other types of things do you do so that you vibrate higher than being pulled down as an empath?
Well, when I get overwhelmed, and I have been overwhelmed in my time, I've had burnouts, many of them, but the best self-care I had was literally come away from absolutely everything, from the Warriors, from uni work, stuff like that, everything. And you know what? I even told Kerry and the kids, in the nicest way, leave me alone. I've had people messaging me on Facebook asking if I'm all right. I've ignored them. I took time to switch my phone off. And did it worry people? Yes, of course. But thing is, I took that time for me.
Yes.
For me. Yeah, I used to have, before these cost of increases, I used to take, I'm going to sound like a girl here, but to be honest, I don't give a shit. But I used to take a long lavender bath. And I was in there, the max I've ever spent in there is 2.5 hours.
That lavender
and you know
bath,
what? I
boy.
actually fell asleep. I fell asleep in the bath. It's dangerous, yes, but I'm glad people woke me up.
Yes. You had to do that. And
yes,
that helps me. I have to do that too. I've been jumping in the shower lately, but you know what? I need that lavender bath tonight.
You have a lavender bath.
Yes, I'm going to have a lavender bath. Y'all have a lavender bath.
A lavender bath is brilliant. It's perfect. And you know what? I don't even have it cool or warm. I have literally hot.
That's me. I love it like
hot.
Yeah, I mean it's steaming. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so relaxing. It is.
Exactly,
so
Richard.
relaxing.
Only me. But to be honest, I don't care because, as I keep saying over and over again, when I'm being interviewed or whether I'm on here, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to deliver a message with my co-host here, the wonderful, lovely Andrea, of course. Tom Sawyer, shall I say, because I don't think we've got Andrea here tonight. I don't think we've got Andrea. I think we've got Tom Sawyer. That's who we've got.
Yes.
But yeah, we're here to deliver messages.
And so this is the thing with being an empath too. There are narcissistic people in our realm. You already know.
I do.
And people that want to suck you dry. You know what I mean? How do you work your way around that, Adam?
I knew you were going to ask that question to me. I really did. Even though we've not even played the intro video for the Warriors, but hey,
That's okay. We jumped on
can
in.
play
We
that
got
at
a
the end. We
video.
can play it at the end. But
Yes.
how do you get round a narcissist?
That sucks an empath dry.
Ignorance. And do not, if you are in their life, like if you live with them and you're over the age of say 21 and all that, find a way. And I'm going to say this is hard. I admit it's hard, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Find a way to get out. Get out, because you are trapped in the cycle like that. Cycle can be broken at any time, but that's up to you to deliver those actions.
That's right.
And yeah, and I know I'm giving away the next podcast in a few weeks, where we are actually going to talk about are you trapped in that narcissistic cycle? Yeah, so I think we're just giving a little bit of a hint in there what's going on in the next few weeks, but try and find a way to get out. And if you don't live with them, brilliant. But if you still got them in your life, cut ties. Cut ties. I don't care if it's family, friends. I admitting as a 32-year-old going on 21 once again, my own mother is a drugged up narcissist. She is, and I'm not afraid to admit that live. She is, but I've not spoken to her in over 5 years. And you know what? I'm living the best version of myself right now.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
No.
You know, y'all, whoever's trying to be judgmental, don't be judgmental right now. Know that, like the video said, you got to spend time on yourself. If you can't serve from a half empty vessel of yourself. That's what we were saying, not eating properly, not resting. You have to take care of yourself. And sometimes you do have to purge those narcissistic people in your life. You have to walk away from them. You know what I'm saying? It may not be forever, but it might be. You never know. It just depends on if that other person can, but if they're narcissists, you know, I don't know. I can't say I have hope in that, but I can say maybe people can change, you know, people can change. But you have to let people go. You do. You have to let people and things go. Even things. I'm stepping back from some positions that will be announced here soon because I'm not appreciated. I'm being used, just totally used and drained. And I know that this is a narcissistic system that I'm working within, that I'm speaking of, that's what they do. They suck you dry. This is why this empath conversation is really something important to me today. And I'm so glad that you were willing to have this because I hope it helps all of us to know that it's okay to take care of yourself. It's not selfish.
No, it's not.
Necessary.
No, it's selfish. And you know what? If people think it's selfish, if people think you are selfish and immature for cutting ties with family, friends, work colleagues, whatever, then don't make that problem your problem. That's their problem. That's their problem. People always ask me, do I have regrets? And the answer is no, I don't. I used to say yes, but I say no because I haven't got time to have regrets. And I've learned that from watching Sir Anthony Hopkins. And
I love Anthony Hopkins too.
Anthony Hopkins is a legend. He really is. But that's what he says, because we've all made mistakes. We've all got skeletons in our closet. We all do. We all do. But it's clean that out. New chapter. Close that book. Chuck that book in a fire. Whatever. Destroy it somehow. Open your new book and live the best life you can.
That's right. you know, we can sit and stew in negativity, but it's really not going to serve us well.
No,
We have
no.
to get up. You know, it's okay to be an empath. It's okay. We help people through our pain. When we're going through stuff, we're still helping people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But we're not, we know the difference between a narcissistic person that's trying to drain us, or a system. And I'm getting ready to step back. Like I said, I'm stepping back from some things. People don't even know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? When I come and say, hey, I got to step back. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully they're
Mhm.
watching this show and get a little cue. And then when I come to them, you know what I'm saying? They'll say, oh, that's what she was talking about. Yeah, because I
Exactly.
have to take care of myself. I can't continue to let systems that just want to drain you and, just drain, drain, drain. They don't care about
Absolutely.
you. No.
Absolutely. And like I've said to many people, including Kerry as well, that raising autistic children, and there's a high chance that this new one's going to have autism as well, which if it has autism, so what? So what? I will not love him any less. I will not.
Oh,
Do
your
I believe?
children are awesome and intelligent. They're geniuses,
Anyway,
okay?
anyway, do I think my kids are little shits at the time? Yes, I do. I think all us parents think that our kids are little shits from time to time. I really do. How old were they? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
But end of the day, I would not change them for anything because I
no.
love these kids dearly. But it's going back to what you say, Andrea, is how the hell can, if we're not looking after ourselves, self-love, self-care, to improve our self-identity, how the hell can we look after anyone else?
We can't.
Exactly.
We can't.
You
We be in
are
a,
priority. And I always say to my kids all the
we
time,
can't.
my life, my health is far more important than all my kids, even combined. My
But
life's more
you're over
important,
there.
and
You
that's not me
cook
being
for
selfish.
them. You cook for them. You do.
I
You know
cook
what I
amazing
mean?
meals for them.
You feed them well. Let me say. I mean, I've watched you make spaghetti.
I made that today. Made that today.
Oh my goodness. I wish I could be there to have some. So you do, you give a lot. You have, we do, as empaths, that's what we do. We want to uplift others. That's what we're here for. That's why we're the mental health
Mm-hmm.
warriors.
Yeah.
Um, and so we've talked about some things that deals with narcissistic people, dealing with narcissistic people, being an empath. What about how to combat anxiety, sadness, carrying others' pain, and depression as an empath?
Well, straight away, reflective practice. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. Because do I believe all these are real? Depression, anxiety, trauma, and all that? Yes, it's real. They're there. They are there. But you always need to reflect yourself and do a little bit of reverse psychology. Hey, you don't need to be a psychologist to know this. It's common sense. But hey, I'm studying psychology. Like, I only know a bit of psychology because I've been reading books and watching videos, stuff like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
the only reason why I know a little bit about psychology. But again, you don't need to be a psychologist to know this. But you wasn't born with these conditions. You weren't born with anxiety. You wasn't born with trauma. You wasn't born with depression or anything like, or BPD or fibro or whatever. But it's been brought onto us through our life
Mm-hmm.
because this is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I still believe that they are real. They are, and they do impact us. And I'm sorry that it impacts people, but it's all about how we can, instead of letting this label impact our life, we need to question how are we going to accept it, acknowledge it's there, but how we're going to move forward with it.
That's right. That's
Exactly.
right.
Because the reason, yes, Richard, I know you was born with autism. My kid was born with autism. But the thing is, the kids know that autism, yes, to people it's a learning disability or a difficulty, however you want to pronounce it, but it's a superpower to them. Just look at great names in books, stuff like that. Anthony Hopkins, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein. Look at all these famous names that have done brilliant things with their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's right. Nothing can hold you
Winnie the Pooh as well. I'm going to take the cartoon Winnie the Pooh. I think we all was brought up on Winnie the Pooh. Did you actually know every single character in the Winnie the Pooh had some sort of a mental health condition? Everyone. See, I only knew that in the last few years. But still, I'm still in love with it. And when Wyatt's here, I'm going to introduce him to Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Exactly. I am.
Well, you know me. I love to do research. So before the show, I did a little research, and Trusted Source, they did a study, and they give you some ideas and information on how to combat these things. Like you said, you have to know that you can, for one, that you're a person before your anxiety or any of that other stuff.
Absolutely.
Right? So one of the things that they speak of is practice mindful acceptance. That's what you're talking about. We often find our emotional sensitivity difficult to switch off. So maybe we've noticed that the emotional energy given off by those around us prompts stress and maybe low mood. It can, and you can't help experiencing these feelings. I mean, if it's someone loses someone in their family, we're empaths. We feel them, and we've lost family members, so we know what it feels like. But acknowledging them and letting them go, it can make a big difference. You don't have to turn down your capacity to care, but you can boost your resilience and cultivate concern for others at the same time. Absolutely. That you're practicing mindful acceptance.
Yeah.
And another thing it says, say your partner feels hurt and frustrated after arguing with a loved one. As they explain what happened, you feel their pain and sadness along with them. So to keep it from overwhelming you, it says, try this exercise. And I tell my children and everyone that I come in contact with, it's simple breathing. Take a few deep breaths.
Well, breathing techniques I do highly recommend, but we've all got our own some sort of methods. People like to read, people like to go to sleep, go swimming, go cycling, go hiking.
I like to sleep.
Draw, paint, sing about your problems, your pain and stuff like that. People do that all the time. Look at Demi Lovato. She was singing how she lives with BPD. She sings about it.
Write poetry.
Eminem, he's got autism and ADHD. He sings about it.
Yes. So sharing through arts, music, reading. Yeah. Take it, like you mentioned, taking a hot
lavender
bath. Good self-care. It matters. It matters. Honor your boundaries.
Oh, yeah.
That's another one that it speaks of. Honor your, strong personal boundaries. They're key for empaths. They're key for us. Like you said, you say nicely, kids, wife, go away. I need to go in here and take this lavender bath and take care of myself right now. That's how, to me, that's honoring your boundaries. You're saying, my vessel's a little short and I got to go in here and do something to, let me get myself together. Let me take care of me. Let me honor these boundaries and be able to say no and be able to say, hey, step back for a minute. I need to. I'll tell my kids I need to go
me
to
time. I
timeout.
need me time. I love
Yes,
you all, but I need me time.
yes. Everyone
Yes.
should have me time. Even, cooking. That's one of the things that I like for me time. Listening to music. I'll be in the kitchen dancing.
I'm always
You
listening to
know,
music. I'm always
cooking.
listening to music.
Music it's its own therapy in my mind.
Well, the thing is, though, like I'm always listening to music, always from literally about 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and then I switch it off in the day for a few hours, but then I put it back on at mealtime or whether I were cleaning up and stuff like that. I put it on, and you know what? It helps me. It helps me to motivate in moving forward. Just sing it, listen to the lyrics, and have a bit of a sing song as well. But no, I'm not going to sing live. Yeah, you can forget that.
It's recharge. That's called recharging your batteries. Music.
Exactly. And people don't understand that. But to be honest, I'm not letting that impact me. Because at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm going to get through in day to day. And you know
One of
what,
the
Birds
other.
as well, Richard? Exactly. When I used to live with insomnia. I used to live with insomnia. And I was
I have
awake.
bouts of it
The
sometimes.
amount of all-nighters I pulled, I think that there was time where I didn't fall asleep for about 3 days straight.
I've
And
done
there was
that.
this one night where it was raining, and it was raining heavily. And you know what? I was just led there, and it actually helps me to drift off. Just listen to the
Yeah.
rain. The windows,
Yes.
Megan, but when it's just rain, wow.
I love that
Wow.
too. I open my windows.
You open the
My
windows.
room has a lot of windows, and I open them windows and let that breeze come in and listen to that rain. Yeah, it's just like a lullaby. Yep, I like the sound
Brilliant.
of the rain too. I'm sure that's a great way. I love the water. Going down by the lake, even if it's one of these little lakes around here, it makes me happy.
Yes.
It grounds me. These are things we're doing to ground ourselves and to re-energize our batteries.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So, you've been asking questions all night. Now it's my turn.
Okay.
What if you just broke up from hi Stella, you okay? What
Hey,
if
Mama.
you was with someone and you was with them for a lot of years, and I mean a lot of years, and you thought they were the one, soulmate, love of your life, getting married, stuff like that, and they leave you. They leave you. And what do you do? What do you do? Because you live with this trauma, this grieving, because it still can be a bit of grieving if you're losing a relationship like that. What do you do to move forward?
Well, I sleep. At first. I mean, that's on, that's that. It's not I'm not going to get out of bed. I get up and I function and and I'm a mother and I take care of the kids and, I'm there for my parents and stuff. But at the end of the day, I just say, look, I'm tired and I need rest. So I rested, and you have to, you do, it's in your mind. So you're working it out. I listen to music. That helps. Even if it's songs that might have those lyrics in there that's talking about my experience, then I cry.
Mm-hmm.
Get it out. You can't hold it in. So then I
Absolutely.
cry.
Yeah.
You grieve. Yeah. You're grieving. I'm in a grieving process.
Yes.
Yeah, I get angry. I go through all those steps of grief,
Mixed emotions, yeah, mixed feelings, yes.
Yes. And then I get on Netflix and binge watch every comedy that I can.
Any recommendations?
Yes. And I talk to my mother. You know, my children are adults. I can be honest and vulnerable. I didn't used to be able to do that, but I'm able to be vulnerable and say, hey, I'm hurting. This is, speak on it, face it, deal with it. That's what I do. And it gets better because then you realize you're probably better off. Instead of always looking at we did this together and I miss this. Like when I go out, I miss having that slow dance with my partner at the time. But guess what? That's all right. I don't have to miss slow dancing. Because guess what? I can still get up, hold myself and dance. That's called spend time on self. So that's what I do. I spend time on self, and if something like that, and it has happened to me. I've devoted a lot of time to, men, and I'm still single, and that's okay. At the end of the day, I'm better for it. I've been hurt. I've given 10 years here. I've given 12 years there. I gave 8 years to this one. Guess what? It didn't serve me well in the end. And you know what? I'm a better person after all of the grief and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be saying you're coming to England and not doing line dancing with me, because I can't dance.
It's just like the hokey pokey. Look, we play the songs that tell you what to do. It'll say, there's this one song that says, jump 3 times. 1, 2, 3. To the left. To the right. It's easy. Yeah, I'm gonna call you one of these days and we gonna line dance. Get the kids and everybody. We gonna do a virtual line dance.
I have no response.
Yes, we need, but you can dance. You say you don't know how to dance, but I bet if I saw you somewhere dancing, I'd be like, he lied. Look at him out there cutting a rug. I don't think I can dance, but it's not about that. It's about enjoying the music and movement. You don't have to be a great. We're not.
If people want me on the dance floor, I need to have a few bevies first.
Well, before we have our dance, go ahead and put some of what you want to put in your little cup, and get yourself all ready. Yeah, come on, we gonna dance.
Oh my God. What have I done?
I'm gonna talk him into it, y'all. We might have to just do the mental health words of attraction show where it's about dance, and get a panel and we gonna dance together. Yes, and everybody watching, get up. We gonna get up and do some moves and dance.
Help!
Dance is healing. Hello, you said music.
What Robert Brooker's just bought.
Yeah, I have danced on the speaker towers of life with my shirt off. Hey, that's okay. I'm gonna have my shirt on though.
Yes,
I'll dance on the speaker tower, but I'm gonna have my shirt on. You can do that. You can have your shirt off. Feel free. Yeah, feel free. Go dance in the rain. You like the sound of rain? Go dance in the rain. Adam, you will get up and dance. Yes, daughter. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, mother. He will be dancing. He said he needs a little beverage. Okay, go make sure you get your little beverage and give you some courage and get on up there and bust a move. I know you can do it. Don't make me pull the speaker over here and play some music.
Anyhow, moving on. Moving on.
Well, we have to know when to reach out, when we need help. That's important. We can't, I'm not a counselor. You said you're not a counselor. I do have a social work degree. Excuse me, but again, we both stated, we've gone to counseling, when we've needed it. And at the end of the day, You have to know when to reach out. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a counselor. You know, I
No.
reach out to my mom, you know, and I reach out to my elders and the people in my village, you know, around me that are close to me. You know, those social supports, they do play a pivotal role.
Yeah.
In self-care too. You have those people that you have around you that support you and have your back when, you know, we're human. Shoot, we're not always up here, you know, yeah, you know, sometimes we're tired. Look, you got school, you're tired. You need that hot lavender bath. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all are human and we all need those social supports of some sort. My children, they're a great social support. They don't even know it. I don't have to talk about my problems. It's just, you know, when they come over, I enjoy their company. They might cook for me. That makes me feel special, you know?
You just want to try my cooking, that's all.
I do. Yes. So you know how to do the Macarena, don't you?
The what?
Remember that song? Macarena? Oh, Macarena. And everybody be moving like this in the song. You don't know about that over there in the UK?
Yeah, but no.
Well, you know, being that we all have, you know, we are empathetic, you know, a lot. We have narcissists, but then we have those that are, you know, empathetic and they're empaths in this life. And that's how they move in this life. And at the end of the day, you know, it's okay to be an empath, but you have to know your boundaries. You know, you have to be able to, you know, focus on yourself and take care of yourself. You can't give all your energy out, you know?
Yeah. Well, either way, the mental health warriors is people support as well. Remember that.
That's right. You know, even when I'm having rough times, you know, I've been vulnerable enough to post about it, you know, and I need that. When you reach out, what do you say, sister? Are you okay? You know, do you need, you know, do the tango? He's dancing. He's moving, y'all. But you know, we have to take care of ourselves, you know, and that's the most important part right there. Yeah. Not being selfish. We have to have those boundaries and not let people suck us dry. We know when people sucking you dry, you feel it. You can't keep giving. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta bring some back into the bag.
It's all about give to receive.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So, you know, yes, the mental health warriors are always here. And, you know, I know for a fact, you know, in our different, you know, pages, you know, we have folks that come in and they do speak about things that they're going through. And we're there to support them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So absolutely. We're definitely here. Yeah.
Right. Any last words about self-empowerment?
Make sure that if you're an empath, be a joker. You know, laughter, they say so much. There's so much research about it. You know, be a joker, you know, pack light. You know what I mean? Don't be carrying the stuff with you. Go ahead and handle it right there and give the person what they need. And don't take it with you and put it inside yourself. No, everybody projection. Everybody gonna be all right in that conversation because you're uplifting that person, and by the end of it, you'll be uplifting each other.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves. Take a hot lavender bath. Dance. Do the tango. Do the hustle.
The tango.
Y'all can say y'all actually saw my wonderful brother sit here and bust some moves on camera today.
Everyone wants my spaghetti.
Yes. My mom knows I love spaghetti. She knows I love it. Love it, love it.
Richard wants my spaghetti. You want my spaghetti.
I wish I could take care of myself by having some of your spaghetti. That would be wonderful self-care for me.
I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to love you all and leave you next week. It's an earlier time. It'll be her noon.
Let's see who we
Her
got.
12 o'clock noon. My 6 p.m. UK. We are joined by Parveen Smith, and we're talking about going through fibro, but recovering from it.
Yes. Yes. And again, he told you, he just said it. It's going to be at 6 p.m. UK time. So Nebraska time, that is noon.
Exactly.
Next week.
Yeah,
Yes,
so there you go.
week.
Next Friday. So,
On the 19th.
Yeah, so National Fibro Day, even though it's today, it's every day. We'll join you next week for it. So I'm going to hit our video and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
See y'all later. Take care of yourself.